Yeah. Um, I can make one more video. I'm almost out of memory. Right. But I just wanted to know, in Genesis 2:16, the Lord God commanded the man, saying, of every tree of the garden thou mayest eat freely. Yes. Genesis 2:16. But of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil thou shalt not eat of it. For in the day that thou eatest thereof thou shalt surely die. Right. Now, the Lord God said, it's not good that man should be alone. I will make him a helpmeet for him. Yes. Now, Eve actually wasn't told about this, and I thought that that was kind of interesting as I was reading it. She didn't know. And the Lord God caused a deep sleep to fall upon Adam, and he slept, and he took one of his ribs and closed up the flesh. And the rib which the Lord God had taken from man made he a woman and brought her unto the man. And therefore shall a man leave his father and mother and cleave unto his wife, and they shall be one flesh. And they shall both be naked now. And they were both naked. I thought that when a man and a woman were together, they both should be naked. I'd like to be naked. It's just a thought of talking to a certain somebody about nakedness. Now, and his wife, and were not ashamed. Yes. Now, they bring in this whole instance here in chapter 3. Yeah. And the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field which the Lord God had made. And he said unto the woman, yea, hath God said, you shall not eat of every tree of the garden? But God actually told Adam, didn't he? You think Adam mentioned it to Eve? There's a possibility that Adam didn't actually mention it because the serpent tells her, you can eat of every tree. And the woman said unto the serpent, we may eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden, but of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, God hath said, you shall not eat of it. Now, where did she find that out? You think Adam told her, or did God tell her? Pooch. Now, it looks like God told Adam, and Adam told Eve, and neither shall you touch it. Now, God didn't say that, did he? No. Lest ye die. And the serpent said unto the woman, ye shall not surely die. For God doth know that in the day you eat thereof, right, then your eyes will be opened, and you shall be as gods, knowing good and evil. Now, and when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, and that it was pleasant to the eyes, and the tree to be desired to make one wise, she took of the fruit, yes, thereof, and did eat, and gave also unto her husband with her, and he did eat. And the eyes of them both were opened, and they knew they were naked. Now that's such a big problem. I'd like to be naked with a woman that would like to give me a baby, and I wouldn't want to know we're naked. You ever been with a naked woman you never realized that you were naked? The whole thought of not realizing the whole concept of nakedness. Some couples get along so good without their clothes on. Now, they heard the voice of the Lord God walking in the garden in the cool of day, and Adam and his wife hid themselves from the presence of the Lord amongst the trees of the garden. And the Lord God called Adam and said unto him, where art thou? Then and he said, I heard thy voice in the garden. I was afraid because I was naked. Poach. I thought he was afraid because he had eaten the tree, but he thought that God didn't know what he looked like without his clothes on, or God didn't see them before they actually sinned. This concept of Oh, all of a sudden my toes curled on that one. Who told ye that it was naked? Hast thou eaten of the tree whereof I commanded thee that thou should not eat? Now, this is an interesting concept because it says Genesis 3, 9 to 12. I didn't really see this talking about each of them knowing they were naked and they were afraid they were naked even though they were naked before they'd eaten the tree. I don't know why the author didn't include the nakedness of both Adam and Eve, and then they. Now there's a good probability. I like to be naked with a certain somebody.